not well. They're like weaker jokes. But if you remember, the director wanted this comedy. She wanted to uh, make fans uncomfortable, unhappy, make the men unhappy in their own words, and just yeah, we're winning because everybody's complaining. I'm there like, no, it's not a good thing.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates. Well, not even a weekly update, it's more like a podcast right now. And thank you guys for coming up in here and joining us. Right now, yes, this is not Uncle Willie, so you don't have to adjust your channel or nothing. This is actually Serg. This is the guy that we always talk about during our podcast, Serg. Serg is here now with us, and he's going to join us on just a regular podcast. We got a lot to talk about technically, which is off script. We're just going to go freaking balls deep in there, and of course no cursing, so just but guys, this is our main man, Serg. He's been with us for years, and every once in a while, back in the beginning, he would always show up here and there as a voice, but now we get to see him, the man himself, Serg. How you doing, bro?
Thank you, brother. Doing good. Semi-professional for once. Actually have a working mic, working headset, a camera now. I mean, I'm still kind of ghetto, but it's working.
The man is progressing. So this is actually a good thing. But guys, we do have a lot to talk about, and it has to do with Marvel. There's a lot of things coming up in the news, and it has to do a lot with She-Hulk and the Daredevil, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. And let's get down to it, because apparently She-Hulk is now having a season 2, but it looks like she's not going to be part of the MCU anymore, from what I'm thinking. Is she still going to be canon? That's my question. Is she still going to be a character that they're going to be talking about, or what, Serg? Like, what are your thoughts, or what have you heard out there about She-Hulk as it is?
Well, besides the many complaints that are out there and just the bad reviews, put it this way: you guys made me have to watch the episode 4. I got the cliff notes. I knew it was bad from just the trailers. I didn't want to watch it. I saw the cliff notes of how the season went and ended. What a masterpiece of an ending, by the way. But you guys made me watch episode 4. I said I wouldn't watch this if I had 3 midgets coming in with a plate on their head with a questionable white powdery substance on top of that plate, and I still wouldn't watch it. But because I love you guys so much, I watched it. And I put it this way: my wife said for the 35 minutes that I watched it, I did nothing but curse the entire time.
I can imagine.
So why they're not making a second season? I mean, I will have to filter myself to not curse and point out the fact that the writing is weak, the jokes don't land. There's a few. Oh, okay, that was funny. Okay, I'll give him that. I'll be fair. But overall, the CGI is trash. The writing is trash. Wong needs a lawyer. He's Sorcerer Supreme, but he needs She-Hulk to help him fight his battles.
Okay. You know what? I'm telling you, they have an idea, I guess, but personally, it never went together right. I technically thought that this was. I didn't really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything here. I even told Willie, like, after the 3rd episode, I even told him this season, this thing is trash. I didn't like it. But he has a different opinion about this, which anybody who has a different opinion about something, I'm going to respect it till the very end. And I'll go, you know what? Fine. I'll watch it to the very end with you and see if maybe it changed my mind. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh with it. I wasn't being harsh enough, folks. But personally, I thought that it had a lot of hit and misses. Some of the things dragged on in a weird way to the point where I was getting bored of it. I didn't really want to keep on watching it, but I was just watching it just for the hell of it, to see if there's something there I can like. Again, some of the jokes were hit and misses. The writing felt weird. The CGI was pretty off.
And
a lot of the things that
$100 million.
They
Wasn't this over $100 million? Yeah. Where?
They spent a lot of money.
CGI is not there.
No, it's not. And the thing
Game of Thrones spent less, and I believe those dragons are actually there.
Yeah, I will believe it too. But the thing that I wanted to get to is the thing is that I just felt cheated. But then when they announced that she was not going to be doing it anymore, and there was some money issue there, like 225 million that went out the hole, that they don't know what happened it and where did it go into that production. Which even the actor from She-Hulk, she has no idea what's going on either. She's like, I don't know where that money went, and I'm like, yeah, sure you didn't. But the thing is here that I'm kind of curious is she still going to be canon to the MCU now, even though they stopped production with She-Hulk, even though she's still going to be showing up on Disney Plus. I'm just not sure if she's going to be a canon thing. I mean, for God's sakes, they acknowledge that, her cousin Hulk or uncle, whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's cousin. Yeah, cousin. Her cousin Hulk, yeah. Bruce Banner, knows who she is. And I'm like, well, he showed up a couple times in the episode, even in the grand finale. We also acknowledge Abomination and a couple of other characters, even Daredevil himself, which we'll get to him later. But I'm not sure. Will she still be canon to the MCU? Is she going to be showing up in any future projects? No, she's not. She pretty much said that she's not. She's out of it already. I'm just kind of curious if will she still be a big thing in the MCU, which practically, I'm going to be honest with it. Even if she was, I'm not going to care. I won't care. I didn't feel nothing for her then. I'm not going to feel for her nothing now. And I'm sorry for the actor. I'm pretty sure she wanted that character to be something big out there, but I didn't feel it. I didn't care. And I really don't care out of it. I don't.
No, man. I didn't feel anything. What was I going to add up to this? Look, She-Hulk. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it like one of her gag comic books. That's what they're aiming for. I get that. But it didn't translate well on the screen. It didn't. There was too much of Deadpool in there, and then not well. They're like weaker jokes. But if you remember, the director wanted this comedy. She wanted to make fans uncomfortable, unhappy, make the men unhappy in their own words.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And just, yeah, we're winning because everybody's complaining. And they're like, no, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing because not men complaining. Everyone's complaining. Everyone in general. You don't got to something good here.
Like that statement there from her, again, I don't know where she's going with that. Personally, I don't know. When she's saying that she wants to make men uncomfortable, and that's for the Star Wars franchise, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The Star Wars franchise, her?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. See, this is why we need Willie. I think she was involved in the Star Wars franchise. That's where she comes from. And they gave her gig, a chance to direct a show. And for whatever reason, I think it's BS. I think this is her deflecting, like, oh, this was always the plan to make people feel uncomfortable, mad, and question. Was it? Oh man, what's the words they use? Like feminist culture. That's why I need Willie. In other words, they try to attack the men that complain about women being in movies and shows. Yeah, that exists. Fuck those guys. Women, I have no problems with women leading a show or a movie, but that writing is not it. That's not how you show your best foot forward. I was just very unhappy, and the gags didn't work. The setup didn't work. If you want to go there, it should have been probably more loony and less drama and go girl power all the time. You know,
I mean, if that's what she's aiming for, I don't know. If that's what she's trying to go for.
Well, that's in the interview. She leads to that. That was the idea. In her interviews, like she wants to make men feel uncomfortable and make them like complain and whine. Oh, you don't like it. You don't like because the women's empowered or whatever. And that's not the problem. It's not about the women being empowered. It's just the writing really sucks and the jokes really sucks. That's why
I see.
I don't care. I can go watch Bridesmaids. That's pretty much the hangover for women, and I love that movie. But
I'm gonna say because that movie was actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna I
yeah,
will never bash
yeah,
Bridesmaid. That the movie's
hell
pretty funny.
no. It's
But
hilarious. So,
I,
but to
again, I'm not
say
sure
I'm
where,
gonna make it on purpose to make people feel uncomfortable, well, you got what you wanted, and season 2 is canceled.
and that's kind of sad because usually stuff like that, like those type of shows, they'll try to give it a second season to see if maybe it was because of a fluke or something that happened. You would have thought they would give it a second season just because, but it looks like it, since they didn't do that good. I'm not sure what to say. That technically right there is out of my realm. I know if Uncle Willie was here today, he would have had something to say about it. I really do. I'm pretty sure that he'll have a backup about it because I'm when it comes to that director and what's going on, I know he'll probably fill
Yeah.
us in with more details about it to at least give us at least a good back and forth to where we can come to a common ground all
It
together
will be
and
a
talk about
heated
it.
conversation.
It
I'll
would
tell
have.
you that
It
much.
would have. I know.
It'll be
But,
our
but it
chat,
would
our chat room, our private chat room will blow up in this podcast.
technically. But speaking about making men uncomfortable, there is one part of the episode which made me kind of uncomfortable because I didn't know how to take it. And is when Daredevil technically smashed She-Hulk. And you know what I'm talking about, folks. Don't act like I say.
Yes.
But it
Or he
has
did
to
the
be
walk
that.
of shame holding his shoes.
Yeah, which I was like, you're Matt Murdock. Froggy is somewhere around. Why are you walking home? Somebody should have picked him up. Got an Uber. Uber is still canon, I'm guessing, in Marvel. But
No,
he
we gotta
took a walk of
show.
shame. No, but it's just the thing is that I expected Daredevil to have whatever connection he could have with with this chick, which is fine. But I just didn't expect that to happen. And this was technically kind of like it was just raunchy humor. I'm gonna say because
Yeah,
I even giggled a little bit. I'm like, oh my god, they added Daredevil for this, like why? But
for a
I
sex
just didn't
joke.
expect it. And the thing is that I was kind of excited about it because not for that part, but the fact they brought him out with the classic costume that freaking mustard yellow and red. And I
I
was like,
was
oh my
annoyed.
god, this is a comic book version of the suit, which I was like,
It
okay, we're
is.
gonna get something good. And I'm here like, okay, we're gonna get something good. And we got nothing. He was just chasing a guy named Frogger or Froggy, whatever his name was,
Yeah.
because of laws and stuff that he broke and stuff. And I was like, okay, like I didn't really care. But now that we're on the subject of Daredevil's coming back now, and everything in the MCU is canon now, which like I'm happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy at the fact that now Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones, everyone is canon now to the MCU because whatever happened in Netflix, I guess they bought it, they took it, and they said, you know what? Put it in the MCU because we need it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that because I was like, I didn't want them to change it around, add something new. No, so that means we're gonna be getting all the blood and guts and gore and all that stuff from the Netflix series, not to the MCU, which I'm okay with that. But will Serg, the fact that this is happening now with Daredevil, that he's coming now to the MCU, and well, he's been in the MCU because the whole thing was Spider-Man and all that good stuff. My question is, and I want to see where you're gonna go with this, because supposedly in news they said Daredevil is gonna fight an Avenger, but who? Who you think in Marvel he's gonna be fighting?
Well, I say is the one they've been teasing ever since the Netflix series, and it's going to be
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Okay, but why?
Well, in the comics, they have a good rivalry. Kind of, if you think about it, in the comics, well, I know more this version of not the comics, but I know Spider-Man fighting a Punisher. I saw that one more in the anime series. If you want to go
Yeah.
deeper to older comic stories, there's our boy Willie, but he's not with us today. But I know in the comics, kind of similar to the way I saw uh, Punisher getting in the way, and Spider-Man had to like kind of check him before they realize, they mean well and they work together.
Yeah.
This is going to be similar to that. Daredevil's going to get in the way. Spider-Man isn't going to probably approve with his ways of beating everybody up and to a pulp, and cause some frictions or whatever until they get along. But then again, I mean, they already have interacted.
Now that's where I'm going to stop you.
Right?
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you right there because the reason why I'm going to stop you there is because you're right and wrong. You're right. You're absolutely right. They had an interaction, but it's been erased. They remember Peter. They don't remember Peter Parker, but they're going to all remember Spider-Man.
Good point.
So the Daredevil literally took care of Peter Parker, who is now erased from everyone's memory. And the only person that's out there is Spider-Man, which now everyone's like, yeah, there's a guy named Spider-Man. He's out there swinging and whatever, but nobody's going to remember that. That's Peter Parker. Peter Parker is literally that does not exist anymore, technically. So whoever remembered about Peter Parker is gone. So now the only person out there is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So now that's why I agree with you. The fact that he's going to fight Spider-Man. Daredevil is going to be fighting Spider-Man, which he is an Avenger, which the Avenger acknowledges him as an Avenger, but they don't know what's his identity. They just know there's a Spider guy. That's it.
Okay, that's true. It is. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a different Spider-Man. It's going to be closer to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, where Peter Parker, nobody knows he's Spider-Man. He's broke on his own and trying to control a day job and save New York on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I think that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something different that we haven't seen. We haven't seen in a while. He's not being carried anymore by Iron Man. So that's gonna be fun. But as to fighting Daredevil, I know it's a big cool thing that happens in the comics. Sadly, I didn't read those, but I would like to because I seen art, the art rendition with pages. It should be fun, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something like that. They're not gonna agree with their methods, kind of like the way I saw it growing up, him fighting Punisher. Not gonna agree with the methods. They're gonna get each other's way, this and that. First, they're not gonna understand each other. It's gonna lead to the fight, and then they'll, come together and fight whatever big baddie is going on that season. If this does play out that way, it's kind of predictable how the story goes with that, but it's still fun to see. It's going to be Spider-Man and Daredevil fighting. I'll take it.
I agree. I'm okay with it because of the fact is, since nobody's going to remember about Peter Parker, but we know that now Peter Parker himself, he's going to be remembering everything. He remembers who is what is where, because he's the only one with the memory, which is fine. But now he's going to have to take care of New York City. He's going to have to go to Hell's Kitchen, which we're going to get that series, actually, we are going to get part of that series in Daredevil Reborn, where Kingpin is going to be running for mayor. So he's going to be running New York, and he's going to be the savior of New York because of all the dirty things he does, which is it's supposed to be comic book based. So we're going to be getting that, we're going to be getting that. We're going to get the Punisher coming and getting involved. We're going to get Spider-Man, who is going to become a nemesis to him, because I think there's a part that Spider-Man and Kingpin are like hands-on, like on each other's throats, technically, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
right?
Come on, that's a classic villain for Spider-Man. Hell yeah, they should be. Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken this long to introduce Kingpin to Spider-Man. I mean, granted, it was great seeing him in Daredevil.
Yeah,
you guys like you guys like Hawkeye, the show. I have a problem with the way they did the Kingpin in that one, which is why
it's fine.
And
you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the fact that you have an opinion about that. I really enjoyed it. Like, I sat there. It's not one of those like, bro, we had to see it twice. I could watch it during Christmas and I'll be okay with that, because it felt like that. It felt like that holiday Christmas like type of thing, almost like Die Hard, which those bastards that said that's not a holiday movie, they can kiss my butt, because it is.
They proved those people wrong recently. They brought it up that yes, it is a Christmas movie. Willie even talked about it in the group chat. Somebody confirmed that it is a Christmas movie.
I think it was the director or so.
The director, I think, the director or somebody in the filming process admitted that
Yeah.
it is. So
Finally, somebody
can't
agrees
argue
with it.
no more. It's a Christmas movie, guys.
Yeah.
And
So that's how I feel, and that's how I feel about Hawkeye. It feels to that realm. It feels at the part where we have Hawkeye training this chick on becoming the next apprentice of him. So they could make the Young Avengers, which is perfect. That's awesome to me, which I'm okay with it. I know that certain people are not gonna like certain things from it, which is again, it's fine with me. As long as we get a base there and it's actually better than She-Hulk, I'm okay with it. I can agree to there.
The
It's
Kingpin
better than
was
She-Hulk.
a punk bitch. They should treat that character more respect
But again,
because he's
this
supposed
is
to be your
still
big bad villain moving forward. He's going to be in Echo right now. He's in Echo. You're talking about Daredevil and Spider Man. You got treated with a little bit
but
more respect if you could continue using him as a villain.
you're right, but you have to remember something also. This is before they even said that he was going to be canon to the MCU. So they really had Kingpin there kind of like on a what can we kind of do with him? Because if we change him to this way, what happens at the MCU Netflix MCU now becomes canon, that we made him too much of a weakling or we keep him as a baddie. I saw that type of walls happening because when I saw him with the white suit, but then he had like a Hawaiian shirt, I was like, why is he dressed like that? But
The
then
white
because he
suit
usually
would make
has,
sense, but they had to jack it up with the Hawaiian looking shirt.
yeah, which I was like, yeah, like I didn't accept it, but I was like, it is
And
what it is.
can I point out why I just gave up on these shows? So, like you said, they took in great characters from the Netflix days, Kingpin and Deadpool. Deadpool, sorry, Daredevil. And what did they do with them? They made Kingpin go out like a punk. Didn't even look that powerful. Like he was like menacing. Like you were scared to even be in this man's presence. And Daredevil Netflix series. And now you're like, eh. And then for Daredevil, they stuck him with She-Hulk. And what did they do? They gave him the walk of shame, walking home after he got a night out with her.
But
Okay,
look, but
congrats.
this is where I'm going to come in now. Vincent, I forgot his name, Vincent something or another, which he is the actor for Kingpin. He already pretty much said everything that's happening in the MCU is going to be happening now. They're going to make that version of the Kingpin like the way he was or is in the Netflix series. So we're going to be getting Kingpin as the total badass that we deserve,
But it should
and
have
that's
always
coming
been.
now. Yes, he
Because
should have been.
remember,
You're right.
Deadpool was canon to the MCU too as well. They talk about the if you remember season one, they talked about the events happened in New York during the Avengers, the first Avengers movie when New York was attacked with Loki. There,
Mhm.
it's in the background. It's in newspaper articles in the background. They lightly talk about it, but showing you that this is part of the same universe, which is why you see Daredevil show up in the last Spider-Man movie.
Hmm.
So
But that's now
it's
I'm
saying now
just
to
ready for it.
introduce it to the MCU. I'm like, they've always been in the MCU. This is
Mhm.
just now they actually own the full rights because no longer Netflix and how to incorporate them with their Disney Plus products.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm okay with it because I'm really ready to see what they're gonna bring to us now, and it's coming up soon. Daredevil, Born Again, I think it is, or I
Yeah,
forgot the.
Rise or Born. You want me to search real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. But let me know because I think it's Born Again, and if that's the case, because I know it was been a hiatus, it's been a hold and whatever, and
Born
if
Again.
Born Again, perfect.
Yeah.
So being that we're gonna have Daredevil Born Again, and we already got full confirmation that everything in Netflix is canon, so that means they're gonna have to stick to whatever they left off in those episodes and their characters how they were into these new series.
You
Punisher
have to
himself,
trust
John
Disney
Berthel,
though. You have to trust Disney
no,
that they will keep it hardcore though.
they have to
Will
now.
they?
They're gonna have to literally go with it. Look, I said it before, Disney Plus, they were changing some things. And I said it that the minute that they start putting some adult things in there, like adult Marvel things, they're going to have to separate the children's profile to the adult profile. And they did. And now, also, on top of that, whenever you're going to watch a certain series that might have a little spice in there, they always add now a viewers discretion advised, stuff like that, discretion, which I was like, okay, that's new.
Yeah.
Fine. So that means now you're letting everyone know in this freaking room that they're going to be watching a little something heavy-handed, that we might be saying something good. I say good because I love action. But now, to that point of acknowledgement. Excuse me. I'm the one. I'm not even drinking.
No,
John Berthal pretty much confirmed that he's gonna go full Punisher now. Like, he went Punisher on Netflix, which is beautiful. But I guess he's been doing a lot of research on the Punisher himself, on the comics, not the video games, but like the character himself. He said that he's just gonna go full on Punisher when he gets onto the screen. And if he is, thank you, because
I'm there.
Until right now, John Berthal, to me, he is the Punisher. I mean, sure, we have Dolph Lundgren, we have freaking this guy who did the other Punisher movie, and Ray Stevens, who God rest his soul, who to me by far that was a great Punisher too. But right now, to this day, John Berthal has been doing amazingly as Punisher, and I'm okay with that.
I got no problems, man. He's been great. Even in She-Hulk, he was still great. I don't like the way they used his character at the end. Oh, wait, Berthal.
John. I was like, Berthal was in there.
No. I've been drinking. Sorry.
Stop drinking.
I got my actors' names mixed up. I apologize.
You're talking about Daredevil.
Let me bring in this podcast to a little pause. Hold on. Oh, boys, can somebody please bring me a beer? Daddy's thirsty. Surprise me.
Which daddy? Oh, I thought you were saying which daddy? Me. I'm thirsty. Bring it here to my house. Why not?
Yeah, well, see, what happened was I stopped, so I'm starting to lose focus. Once I start drinking again, I can get back on track of what you're saying.
I get you. But no, we're gonna be cutting this already short, which it just led to me to see where's your mentality on everything that's going on with She-Hulk and Daredevil, and technically like everything in Marvel in general, because I kind of want to pick a brain there. Willie, if you're watching this right now, God knows I wish you were here, because your point of view mattered a lot, because I wanted to see the dynamics between my neutral part, Serg's outspoken self, and your mentality all into one podcast to see what we're going to be on this. What up, Baba? And honestly, I think that would have been an amazing thing. We'll do this again next time. For sure. We're going to do this next time. We just started late, so we're doing a recording because Papa Punisher over here had to do some things to make some money. No, it was not that. But I had to make things happen.
It wasn't around A Street and 32?
I did shave my legs, but no. That's a different story. Anyways.
For you guys don't know, that's just walk around that district and you might see a girl or two. That's all I'm saying. When you're in Miami.
I mean, hopefully.
And the motels are nearby. Just saying.
I'm gonna have to probably take a drive just so I can see what I'm looking at, because I'm kind of curious. I don't leave Hialeah at night. I'm always home, but now I just kind of want to drive by and kind of like look and just kind of investigate and look and see. And once I see a smelly pirate hooker, then I go home. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. I already saw what I saw. It was a Jurassic Park.
I'm not saying you're gonna get anything good, but it's there.
I'm sure not.
But yeah, it would have been fun to have Willie here. I'm sure it would have been just ranting back and forth and God knows what else.
No, absolutely.
I'm getting ready to hear about this tomorrow or later today in our chat room when Willie's like, "Hey, Serg, F you. What the hell? That was perfection. That was utter perfection. What are you talking about? Look how great of an actress she is." I'm like, okay, she ain't no Ripley, but okay.
I'm pretty sure that he's going to have a lot of opinions on what we talked about. And I can't wait to hear it, to be honest. I like to hear his version, his view on certain things. And especially like he likes to hear what we got to say about this. And I can't wait, to be honest. I really can't wait. But I'm going to leave this off to our general audience right now. And it's you guys. Guys, what do you guys think about everything we just talked about today? About She-Hulk, Daredevil, Marvel in general? Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation about this. But we're done, folks. We are finished, and I just want to say thank you very much for joining us today on this amazing show. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come out to amazing news. What?
I got something to add before you shut down the podcast. Also,
Yeah,
add
that's it.
in because I was not a believer in this. People been saying that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I was so into Marvel. I was like, it ain't going to happen. Marvel fatigue. Is it real? Is it happening? Because I'll tell you this
Yeah,
much: it's happening to me right now.
yeah,
You
it's
guys
happened.
tell me
Superhero
there's this
fatigue.
new Marvel show. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's
man, the superhero
too
fatigueness, it
much.
happens. It's there. It's not a joke. It happens.
But they force it to happen. I mean, one thing is
Mhm.
like 1 or 2 movies a year, but 3 to 4 movies a year, and now or a movie or two a year, which is the current rate currently, and then
Yeah.
3 or 4 shows throughout the year. It's too much. They overstepped it. They went too far. But
Mm.
yeah, add it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I don't
Yeah,
know. For
you know
me,
what?
yes,
I mean,
and
they're
I
they're
was a
listening, so they're
non-believer
gonna
of
put
that.
it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a
So,
non-believer,
ladies and gentlemen,
but here I am.
what Serge just
I
said,
mean, I have a
comment down
freaking
below.
3,000 piece puzzle piece behind me of all the Marvel posters put into one.
I
And I
like
said,
it.
no way, how am I going to get bored of this? And here I am, bored. So, I don't know what to
But
say.
folks, no, you got it, folks. What Serge just said, please comment down below, listen to your thoughts, and let's have a conversation about this. And all right, guys, we'll see you all bright bushy tail on Monday, and that's about it. All right, Serge, any last words before we go?
Well, no, thank you for inviting me. I promise as time goes on, I'll be a little bit more professional, better lighting. I'll put some light in front of me instead of this over the head light and
It's
having a
fine.
bunch of riffraffs here handing me beers. I'll be a little more professional next time. I'm
It's
getting
fine.
there.
It's
Look,
fine.
I got the Turtle Beach and a camera.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 720p, but I'm getting there, okay? Next will be
He's
1080p.
sir.
I'm
Guys,
getting
thank you
there.
so much. Guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.